The Green Bay Packers have a polarizing prospect that most everybody out there forgot about just because of his inability to stay healthy, stay out on the football field. That seems to be a recurring theme for a few athletes on this Packer roster. I think of guys like Marshawn Lloyd, who has a ton of upside, but we're yet to see him on the football field. Same thing with Jordan Morgan. And then you want to talk about another offensive weapon for the Green Bay Packers, Luke Musgrave. Okay, so Luke Musgrave coming out of college 2023, he was drafted. He scored a 9.77 RAS out of a possible 10. He ranked 26 out of over 1,000 tight ends from 1987 to 2023. He had elite explosion, elite speed. He had good agility and good size. And we saw a little bit out of that his rookie season. We saw, hey, this is a guy that can potentially change and dictate an offense and change how a defense is going to cover the Green Bay Packers. He won the starting job coming out of training camp. He had a productive rookie season until midseason when he suffered a lacerated kidney against the Los Angeles Chargers, and then he returned late season. He wasn't quite 100%, but he finished his rookie season with 34 catches, 352 yards, one touchdown. He played in 11 games, started in 9 of them. And then all of a sudden, you had Tucker Kraft, who they also drafted, that all of a sudden came onto the scene, and Tucker Kraft looked absolutely fantastic. And he scored very well also in 2023 when he was drafted in the third round. He scored a 9.68 out of a possible 10. He ranked 36 out of over 1,100 tight ends from 1987 to 2023. That is huge. He had great speed grades. He had great explosion grades, good agility, and good size. We already know that Tucker Kraft is more that complete package tight end that most teams need on a roster. A tight end that's going to stay in there, block, have good blocking skills. Tucker Kraft is that guy. We know that Luke Musgrave maybe lacks in that, but his inability to stay healthy. In fact, here is here's a video on Twitter that kind of sums it all up. It says Luke Musgrave after one catch, and that has been his career so far in Green Bay. After one catch, you see the dude just he goes flying, he gets hurt, and that's unfortunately been Luke Musgrave to this point. I really hope that that changes, and I'm expecting for that to change. I think the Green Bay Packers are expecting for that to change. So Matt LaFleur was interviewed, and he said, I'm excited for Luke, talking about him this year, heading into training camp. He said he's had a great offseason so far. He's been training in Green Bay. He's bigger, stronger, faster. He's attacking it the right way. I think we can all see the talent that this guy has. We already know that that is the case. This dude has a ton of talent. Athleticism is what Brian Gutekunst goes out there and drafts, and that's certainly what he has. And then their tight end coach, John Dunn, said, I think for him, it's just playing the game. This is a game where you have to go out there and play, especially at this position, at the tight end position, which is a very difficult position to learn in the NFL. Okay. He goes on to say that, and these guys are going into their year 3 in this, they're young in this position. So they're just playing the game. You look at their first year, he was playing, getting better and better every single week. Obviously, he had a setback, a lot of setbacks. So for him, it's just playing the game, and getting well at that spot. So you're seeing and hearing from his coach, John Dunn, saying that, hey, this dude just needs to get out there. He needs to play. He needs to get some reps in real time, because given the opportunities, we know that Luke Musgrave, and you see him here in practice, warming up, this one-handed circus grab catch. That is what this dude can do. And speaking of Luke Musgrave being a mismatch nightmare for a lot of defenses, watch him here burn the safety. Okay, so he falls down. That's what Luke Musgrave is going to do. We saw that his rookie seasons. We saw glimpses of that. And the Green Bay Packers are sitting on a potential gold mine when we're looking at our tight end position in Tucker Kraft and in Luke Musgrave. But I love the mismatch nightmare that Luke Musgrave poses for a lot of defenses out there. And you know that Matt LaFleur, because he did this with Tennessee when he was coaching at Tennessee, that with a 2 tight end set, he can get really crafty and creative. And when you've got Tucker Kraft and Luke Musgrave out there, 2 weapons, And by the way, Tucker Kraft is an elite tight end. I think he is going to become one of the better tight ends. He's going to take that step forward. You kind of saw glimpses of that last season. Tucker Kraft is just that complete package, whereas Luke Musgrave is just going to be an absolute mismatch nightmare. I want you guys to leave your comments about Luke Musgrave. I'm super pumped up and excited for him and Green Bay Packers. I really hope that he can stay healthy because that is an absolute weapon that most people have already forgotten about, but can be an absolute impact in the 2025 Green Bay Packers season. And as always, go Pack Go.